back to my channel. Today I wanted to do the Disney tag with you guys. I have a grand love of Disney, and so I wanted to be a part of this Disney tag. It seems like a lot of fun. And over the weekend I actually went to Walt Disney World. If you did not know, I won a contest with a YouTuber, the Aurelio Voltaire. I'll leave his YouTube down below. If you also are into the gothic-y subculture, I would recommend checking out his channel if you have not already. And we had a great time, so I was just inspired to do more Disney things after my weekend. So without further ado, I'm going to go down the list. I may add in a few questions, or I may take some out, but I will leave the link down below of where I found these 45 Disney questions in case you guys also want to make this Disney tag video, or you just want to answer them yourself, because they're pretty fun to answer. So first question is, what is your favorite Disney movie? I'd have to say my favorite Disney movie has and will probably always be The Lion King. Walt Disney World or Disneyland? For me, it's always been Disneyland. Disneyland is just so much more homier in my opinion. Walt Disney World, it's fun because you get 4 different parks versus 2, but Disneyland just has a more homey feel. Plus, Disneyland has the Indiana Jones ride, which is my favorite ride of all time. And Walt Disney World just has the dinosaur ride, which isn't even comparable. The next question is, what is your favorite Disney character? I'm actually going to break this down into favorite Disney character, favorite Pixar character, and then favorite Disney prince or princess. So my favorite Disney character is probably Simba from The Lion King. My favorite Pixar character has to be Hank from Finding Dory. I just love him so much. She's my favorite. My favorite Disney princess has to be Mulan. Then my favorite Disney prince has to be Hercules. Even though I don't think he's considered a prince, but he's a prince to me because we're not going to go there. But Hercules is my favorite prince. And I consider him to be a prince, or more than that, because he's kind of a god. I don't know. Whatever you want to call him. The next question is the first movie you remember seeing in theaters. Mine would have to be Tarzan. I remember going, and I remember we were late. So I remember walking in, and I was with my mom, our friend Patrick, and my twin sister. And I remember we came in, and I remember being so sad because we were late, and the movie had already started. And we were at the part where Kala finds Tarzan and is trying to run away from the jaguar. What Disney item do you collect most? Well, I have to say probably Disney mugs and Disney pins, but if I could collect more, I would collect all the Haunted Mansion things. Like, that's probably what I would collect the most if I could, but the things that I like at the Haunted Mansion are normally like the really expensive items. For instance, the candelabras that I got last year. In case you remember, I'll put a picture here. They also have like a jewelry box that I want, a hourglass that I want. I would just buy all the Haunted Mansion things if I could decorate my house with them. But because I don't have that, I would have to say probably Disney mugs as well as Disney pins. For example, here is one Disney mug that I have. I got this weekend, and I just really like how it matches the candelabra that I have already. And plus it's just like really well made, and it's beautiful in my opinion. Like I said, I also collect pins, so here's 4 of them. I know this isn't a very good shot, so I'll insert one here in a second to show you the 4 that I have that I like the most. So one of them is this limited edition of 1,000 Aladdin pin, which I didn't realize was limited edition until I was looking through my pins and saw that on the back of it. I really liked how it was a Mickey head, and then includes the genie, because the genie is the best character in Aladdin. The next one is probably, I used to really love Stitch, so I have lots of Stitch pens, so if you guys are interested in seeing a pen collection, let me know. I might just make one anyways because I really like seeing what other people's pens are, but I really like Stitch, and so I have like a ton of Stitch pens. And this one has to be my favorite. It was when they're coming out with Lilo and Stitch, where Stitch, you know, was bombing everyone's movies, and this was the Beauty and the Beast one where he swings on the chandelier. My next favorite is this one with Chip and Dale. It was a series of ones where they just like have a bunch of snacks, and I really like the Mickey head ice cream. So I thought it was a cute combo of the classic Mickey with Chip and Dale, and I really like Dale. He's my favorite. And the fourth pin I really like is one I got on eBay, and it's the Be Aware thing that they used to have. I think they might still have it, just for like the safety series with Timon and Pumbaa, and I just liked how this one had like the trolley and it's super goofy and cute. Next question is, what is your favorite Disney song? My favorite Disney song is from The Hunchback of Notre Dame, and it is the song where it features Quasimodo's Heaven's Light, and then all of a sudden it goes to Frollo's Hell's Fire. That one's my favorite just because of the juxtaposition between their two different songs, and plus Hellfire is just super awesome in my opinion. It's just so creepy. Like, I've never heard such a creepy song made by Disney, so that one's my favorite song. My favorite ride or attraction at the Disney parks, I said this one already, but it is the Indiana Jones ride. What is your dream job at Disney? My dream job at Disney would either to be working at the Disney Animation Studios or Pixar as a storyboard artist or anything that involves art. I really like drawing and painting, and that has been my childhood dream. To work for Disney as an animator. Which park character do you not want to miss seeing when you visit the Disney parks? Honestly, I'm not a big fan of visiting the Disney characters. I'm not really quite sure why. I think they're adorable and the acting is really, really good, but I just never want to make the time for it. But when I do, I would have to say probably just all of the Winnie the Pooh characters, especially probably Tigger. What's your most treasured Disney item? It would have to be these ears. I got them in Disneyland, I think it was in 2012, and every time I go to the parks, I always get compliments on them, even from Disney cast members. They're always curious as to where I got it, and they're all surprised when I say I got them at the Disney parks. They are official Disney ears, and I guess they just either make very many of them or something, because I've never seen anyone else wearing them, and I just love how it has a tiny little hat and then this gigantic feather. I love these Mickey ears. Favorite Disney movie that is not a classic or a famous Disney movie? I'd have to say either Treasure Planet or The Hunchback of Notre Dame. If you could say anything to Walt Disney right now, what would it be? I would just plainly like to say thank you for creating so much happiness in the world and giving people so much inspiration to do the things that they want to do and not give up. Your favorite snack to get at the Disney parks? Mine would be any pastry, although I am kind of upset. At least in Walt Disney World, they have completely like butchered the bakery and now it's just Starbucks, and I'm pretty mad about it because like it's a lot harder to find their awesome cake and cookies now. They just kind of put them in the confectionery and it's not the same thing as it used to be, so it makes me super annoyed. But I digress. So if I can find a good like cupcake or cake slice, definitely that. I guess now I have to be more adventurous and go to like the various quick service places to find them. Like for example, I really wanted to try the Haunted Mansion Sally Coffin cake. That looked delicious, but I didn't ever get around to it because I don't live in California. So either any pastry, this is a long-winded answer, but any pastry or a pretzel. I love pretzels, and I really like the Mickey shaped pretzels. It's the original salted pretzels. Yes, delicious. Your favorite parade or show at the parks? That would have to be the Aladdin show in Disneyland California Adventure, or if I have to pick like a nighttime parade, it would have to be the Electrical Light Parade. Your favorite Disney memory? My favorite Disney memory just has to be whenever I've gone to the parks. I've had lots of really awesome memories. I've gone there with a lot of friends, and every time I've gone with my friends, it's just been awesome, and we always have a ton of fun. Next question, I already answered this already, but do you have a favorite pair of Mickey ears? Yes, they're the ones I'm wearing on my head right now. If you could, what Disney princess would you add to the lineup? That would have to be Megara from Hercules. I feel like she deserves to have a place as a princess. She did conduct an act of heroism, And I mean, I feel like Hercules should be considered a prince, so I feel like they both should just be added into that list together. The next question is, what is your favorite Princess Disney outfit? I'm going to extend this to just any outfit in general. I really like Esmeralda's outfit. The next question is, your favorite Disney soundtrack? I feel like I'm mentioning The Hunchback of Notre Dame a lot right now, but it would have to be that soundtrack. All the songs in that movie are amazing in my opinion, so it would have to be that soundtrack. Next question is, what is your favorite restaurant in the Disney parks? That would have to be the Yak and Yeti restaurant in Animal Kingdom. I really like Indian food, and when I went there last time, it was delicious. How did you first discover the magic of Disney? Just with their awesome Disney movies, quite frankly. I was born in the 90s, and so I feel like the 90s had awesome movies such as Hunchback of Notre Dame, Beauty and the Beast, The Lion King. Just a bunch of awesome Disney movies came out in the 90s, and that's really what got me into Disney. What attraction are you most likely to go to in the Disney parks? Well, if it's Disneyland, it's going to be the Indiana Jones ride and the Jungle Cruise, since they're right next to each other, and I love both of those rides. And if it's at Walt Disney World, then it's probably the Haunted Mansion. Because I also love the Haunted Mansion. It's just not normally as busy in Disneyland than in comparison to Walt Disney World. Unless it is around Halloween or Christmas time, then I will normally run to the Haunted Mansion first because I do really like the Nightmare Before Christmas theme whenever that arrives at Disneyland. What's the saddest moment for you in any Disney film? That would have to be in The Lion King when Simba's dad dies. That's like the first time you actually see something dead and something interacts with it in such a way that's so depressing. And if I can include anything from Pixar, obviously the Up scene, like the first 20 minutes of the movie where his wife dies, and it's so sad. Best Disney kiss. That would have to be between Hercules and Meg. If you could live in any world from any Disney movie, where would you want to live? Probably just in a Goofy movie or an extremely Goofy movie. Because it's like pretty real to real life, but then it's also just more magical because you're in a Disney World, so maybe that one. Which Disney princess has the best sidekicks? I would say Mulan because she has Mushu. Are you the only one obsessed with Disney in your family? No, my twin sister is also obsessed with Disney, as well as her half-sister Debbie. If you could choose the plot or adaptation for the next Disney movie, what would it be? I would have to say something more along the lines of what Pixar does, which is more on life and family and less on love and romance. For example, I really want Disney to do something that they did with Inside Out, with just your whole mental process and what it really means to be a family and just to grow up. I feel like they should get back to what they did with like an extremely Goofy movie or a Goofy movie where it was just more centered around family and it wasn't really about love. It was just realizing that family is something that you can never get rid of and you should appreciate them. Favorite hotels at the parks? Sorry Disneyland, this is where you fail compared to Walt Disney World. I would have to say my favorite is probably the Grand Floridian. It's just so pretty inside and I really like the subtleness of it. It's not just like BAM! Everything Disney is in your face. It's like a subtle, pretty Disney. And that's probably my favorite one. Which Disney movie do you turn to when you're sad or upset? I would have to say one of their more comedic ones, like The Emperor's New Groove. The Aladdin show and The Little Mermaid show. For me, 100% the Aladdin show. You cannot beat Genie's jokes. Do you plan to have or have you had your honeymoon at the Disney parks? No, I wouldn't say I'd want to plan to have my honeymoon at any of the Disney parks. But if, say for example, we went to Tokyo for a honeymoon, I wouldn't mind going to Tokyo with Disneyland. So no, I wouldn't center it around there, but if we happen to be by one and it happens to coincide with where we want to go for our honeymoon, then I would say we'd go for a day, but it wouldn't be centered around it. I think I'd rather, honestly, just go to Hawaii or something that's less stressful after already having so much stress of a wedding. The next question isn't really a question, it is more of a statement. It says to post a picture of yourself that's Disney related. So I'll put a picture here of me and Disney. What Disney movie, even if it's not your favorite, will always have a special place in your heart? Mine would have to be The Emperor's New Groove because it reminds me of my dad. Either that or WALL-E, just because WALL-E has such a prominent message of conservation and helping the planet. These questions weren't on the list here, but I wanted to include them because I figured they'd be fun to answer. Your favorite Disney duo or OTP, however you want to phrase that. Mine would have to be Shang and Mulan. I think they make a great couple. And they save China together, so, I mean, how can you top that, right? There wasn't very many Pixar-related questions here, so favorite Pixar movie? Mine would have to be Up. Thank you guys for watching this video. Hope you guys enjoyed this Disney tag, and if you guys also decide to do this Disney tag, let me know and tag me on like Instagram or Twitter, since you can't do that on YouTube anymore, so I can see your responses. So I really like seeing everyone's different answers to these questions. I feel like that was kind of boring because my answer is mainly centered around the 90s era of Disney movies, but just because they're my favorite, I don't really like the older Disney movies. Sorry, Pinocchio or Fox and the Hound. Hope you guys enjoyed this video nonetheless, and hopefully in my next video I'm going to be doing another Disney Makeup Bride Tutorial series video, and I plan on doing the Enchanted Tiki Room, so watch out for that coming soon. Hope you guys are having a wonderful week. Hopefully it's magical and spooky, however you want it to be. And I will see you in my next video.